John, how many people in your life have you called Diesel?
Diesel? A few. Mostly that aren't muscular. That are trying to like one up someone. I say, slow down, Diesel.
Welcome to Drafted. I am your host, Daniel Prentice, and as always, I am joined by my dear friend and co-host, Preston Thompson. Preston, how are you doing? What are you drinking today, my friend?
I'm good, Dan. I got a quick question for you. Would you like to purchase some NFTs?
No.
Okay, good to know. For anyone that's unaware, my Twitter account was hacked a few days
ago,
yeah. And I just started retweeting and liking countless amounts of NFT stuff, which I don't go on like my personal Twitter all that often, so like big thanks to friend of the show Keith for pointing it out in our Discord that I was suddenly a massive grifter and didn't know it.
Yeah, did you get that under a situation under control? Did you figure it out?
I mean, I guess I changed the password and that seems to have done it, and then I went back through and unretweeted and unliked all that stuff, but my feed is broken now. I'm just getting served up NFT content nonstop.
Yeah, that's Twitter is bad enough as it is.
It's true.
Without you being
suddenly
skewed
worse
towards NFT Twitter exclusively.
It's true. It's true.
That's tough.
I'm ashamed to say I went a little hard last night. We had Atlanta United game go straight into an awesome night of March Madness, go straight into an F1 race that started at 12:30 a.m. And I was basically, partaking the entire time. So I'm catching up a little bit today on this Sunday and just drinking a caffeinated sparkling water to try and get me back into it. So non-alcoholic, unfortunately.
It's a recovery day for you.
It's a recovery day for me, but last night was fun.
We're in our 30s now. We can't go multiple days straight doing that anymore.
One night of hard stuff every 21 days.
Yeah,
is the way to do it.
Yeah,
and I was just at the end of my 21 days prior.
and even then, it's you're gonna feel rough for a few days.
Yep.
We are thrilled to be joined on this final episode of March Draftness. Preston's talking about March Madness. Final episode of March Draftness by the man who I think consistently has the weirdest opinions on this show. That's one, Jon Wolf. Jon, thanks so much for coming on. Are you partaking of any special beverage? It's evening time for you as you are currently residing in England.
Yeah. Wow, what an intro. I can't think of anyone that's ever given me like a more heartfelt, meaningful introduction.
Listen,
so I really appreciate that.
The weirdest boy, Jon Wolf.
Yeah. And I appreciate you reaching out to ask me how I wanted to be introduced, and that's how it was too. So,
Jon, I will never ask you how you want to be introduced in the show. I want you to know that right now.
To be fair, he doesn't ask anybody, so it's not specific to you, really.
Yeah, that's also fair.
No, I like that. I appreciate it. I am having a little bit of leftover white wine that I used for cooking yesterday, of the grape variety. It's okay. So that's what I'm.
Do they make
Daniel,
wines
what
from
are
fruits?
you drinking? Maybe
blueberry.
I don't know.
Blueberry wine.
One
I've
thing,
had blueberry wine.
Blueberry plum wine.
Plum wine. Yeah. I'm going harder than is necessary right now.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ!
Why?
I don't, because I realized I don't have anything else to drink at the wrong time. You know how it's I have nothing else. I had a tiny bit of Tullamore Dew left from St. Patrick's Day. I haven't been drinking much because I've been sick all fucking month, which is why shout out Pat and Lisa for coming on the last episode, holding down the fort for me. But yeah, I'm just throwing back a pickleback shot, the very last of my Irish whiskey that I had for my St. Patrick's Day Twitch stream. So
My gosh.
I only have ever done a shot to start this show. It's also 1:45 on a Sunday afternoon. So
cheers, boy.
Yeah, I mean. Jeez.
Oh,
wow.
Double.
You're doing it.
Throw it back.
no, it was a pickleback. So the second shot is.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
You didn't make
that
it.
Would have been nuts if you just doubled it. Yeah, that was nuts.
That was literally the last of the Tullamore Dew. I have nothing else.
That was it.
Now it's Tullamore don't.
Daniel, did you have any thoughts or feedback on the show from last week? Anything I could do better as a host while you're not around?
No, I thought you all did a good job.
Wow.
It was a little long, There wasn't anyone to
Yeah.
like get the horse back on the track when you guys inevitably got derailed a few times.
You know,
It
what are you
ended up
gonna
being
do?
nearly a 2-hour episode. But other than that, I mean, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was quite long, and I admitted to that at the end that I realized you were sort of the pin holding that grenade together of just length of show. So hopefully today will be a little improved.
Well,
But
Preston,
you know what, listeners, you got free stuff. You got free
Yeah.
extra show.
Extra show.
Because Daniel isn't here, so I don't want to hear it.
no, I've heard no complaints from anyone. In fact, there's a lot of people saying that you guys need to do more shows without me, which has been hard for me to take.
Yep, it's a weird thing to hear.
But here I am in the face of my haters. Preston, what are we bracketing this week? Our final bracket of March Draftness 2024.
This is a good one. I'm excited. It was a suggestion from our guest, Mr. Jon Wolf, from the weirdest boy, Jon Wolf. We are drafting the best nickname, both to use when you're not sure what somebody's name is and you're trying to throw something out there to make them feel good, and also to receive when you're sort of confident that they don't know your name, but you want to, or I even think of like the best nicknames I get are down here in the South when I go into a barbecue restaurant and I hear like what do you have, fill in the blank. Those are always those nicknames fuel my life. They keep me going.
Mood
So that's
booster.
sort of how
Yeah.
that's how I'm gonna imagine a lot of these being filled in my day-to-day life, is the guy taking my order for a half rack of ribs kind of thing.
We have a full list of the teams. I'm not going to go through all of them out of the gate. Again, I think we've said this for every bracket episode, but critically, because a lot of people say I want to see the bracket. Watch this episode on YouTube. You'll see the whole bracket.
Yeah.
You'll still get to see the matchup. You'll get to see the list and everything. But let's just get right into it, shall we? Unless we have any clarification questions that we need to figure out, John. Are you good?
No, let's do this. I love the mindset of being at a barbecue restaurant, placing an order, and getting one of these names in response. This is not where my head was at when I suggested it, but I really like that twist.
We're here now. We're together.
For me, this happens to me a lot because I work in retail at a place where we get a lot of
and
regular.
you are so forgettable. Yeah.
Yes. Well, people don't remember the name of the guy who works retail. Like I've had people very confidently call me the wrong name. Like I've had a guy who I know his name. I call him his name every time, and he's called me Jason a couple times, which is the name of the guy who had my job before me 3 years ago.
Do you correct him?
I didn't that one time.
You can't.
The thing that was fucked up about it was the first time he did it, I didn't really catch what he said. I was like, I think he just called me Jason, but I am not 100%, so I can't say anything about it, But then he said it again as he left. He was so confident that he had the name right. He
went for it twice.
He doubled down on it, which is a crazy thing to do, right? When I don't immediately react positively calling me the first, that's got to be your sign to be like, oh, maybe I had the name wrong. You don't double down there, in my opinion.
No, definitely not.
But there are also a lot of customers where it's like, oh man, I really should know your name. You come here every single week, and I can't remember I don't know your name, and so
Don't you take a credit card?
well, so
you could just do a quick scan for the name.
So this is the thing. We have a reward system. All right, so before I check the customer out, I have to get their account, and so I kind of have to ask their name. Yeah.
Okay.
And so a lot of times I'll be like, remind me of the name, man, and then I'll always do a spiel I remember the first name, but I couldn't remember the last name. That's always
Yeah. Yeah. Or you could
such a
really
bad lie.
push your luck.
I know
it's a bad lie.
No, well,
Yeah,
so
you
here's the thing. I mean, it's worse to push your luck because I've pushed my luck and been wrong, and that's worse. And sometimes I'll be like, I was 95% sure I remembered it, and I didn't want to fall into the 5%. So
Here's what you do. They come up and you go, is it Peter? And they're like, no, it's Steve. Like, oh, there's a guy who comes in named Peter. He looks just like you.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yeah,
I mean,
Steve,
and I do
it
get some similar looking customers too. It is fair. But anyway, I just feel like I have a deep personal connection with a lot of the names here, both receiving and giving.
Yeah.
That was the point of that little anecdote. Our first matchup here, and these are just totally randomized. I mean, I came up with the list more or less with some help and input from Preston and John, and then just randomized the seeding. First one here, first matchup of the first round, we have Guy versus Friend. What are we thinking?
Neither of these are good.
They're both bad.
If I get hit with either of these, I immediately, if it's like in a work setting, I feel patronized. And if it's in a setting where somebody should know my name, like,
What if
they've clearly forgot.
what if we change guy to my guy?
Exactly. That's
up,
where
my guy?
the difference. 1,000%. That's where I was gonna go. My guy. So
Should we
good.
do that on the fly?
It's
Let's do it
versatile.
right now. We're changing guy to my guy.
Yeah.
What's up, my guy?
Okay.
Friend gets a little creepy. When you're like, hey, my
Hmm.
friend. It's a little Mr. Rogersy. You know, you're bringing the energy down a little bit too far in this situation. I think you're trying to get a little bit too personal. Like for Daniel's example, someone's coming in. They're trying to give you their rewards number and get the hell out of there. They don't want to be your friend. You're their guy. Let me go see my guy Daniel or Jason, whatever, Big J Dog over at the store. Yeah, this is my guy right here. You know what I mean? So undefeated, my guy. Everyone's got a guy.
Yeah, I think friend is such an obvious tell that you don't remember the person's name.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
then you're not friends.
you only call someone friend if you don't know what they're called. If you don't know anything else to call them, that's the only context you would ever call them friend. Whereas my guy, I would refer to both of you guys, Keith. Like Keith and I call each other my guy all the time. We both, fan of the show and friend of the show, Keith. We both know each other's names. So I think my
Really?
guy, we do, believe it or not, we do.
Wow.
My guy is I think a really strong cover because it
is.
works for people whose name you do know. Friend doesn't.
No.
I mean, friend, unless like the only way you say friend is if you're saying it ironically to an actual friend that you're pissed at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't say it like casually to someone whose name you don't remember, without it being completely obvious that you don't remember their name. You just
Like,
you
hey-
can't get away with it.
Daniel, can you send me that Venmo from 3 weeks ago? Oh, okay. Thanks, friend.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly.
Yeah. Ooh, doesn't feel good.
When Preston calls me friend, I know he's a little annoyed
Cringy.
with me. That's 100%. That's his tell.
Also, no one ever brags about their friend. No one's ever like, oh,
That's my friend right there. That's my friend.
My friend over there is really good at whatever.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? It's always my guy or some of the other words that are on this list. I think friend, let's set it on fire. Absolutely destroy. Number 1. Let's go.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, very nice.
Guy moves through.
For those who aren't watching or are
shit.
catching up on YouTube later.
I have double chief in here. I have 2 chiefs.
Oh, jeez.
Double chief
the
dub.
9 and 8 too. So
And they're matched up.
How'd they get matched against each
I don't
other?
know.
How'd you manage
the
that?
Chiefs are going through.
All right. Give me one to replace here, and I can fix my guy.
I mean, we have so many that we could
we're
put
not
in
we're
here.
not starting over. give me
We could put
we can put what?
Hot Shot was one. Hot Shot was one that we didn't put in there.
All right, we'll put hot shot, even though
But-
that's terrible.
Hot shot is crazy, but I love it.
Or Big Guy. Or Big Guy. But there's a lot of derivatives of guy, so I'm
thought
glad
we
we
added
kind
Big
of
Guy.
kept it with my
No,
guy.
I
Did
think
we?
I
Okay.
think we kept big guy separate. I mean, if we do big guy, it would be instead of a big guy, my guy.
Fine.
Ooh, but those are we could talk
Secret
about that
matchup.
when we get there, if we get there.
All right, we'll do.
That's
is so dumb.
that's a conversation.
We'll do big guy. Oh, that's a big guy.
No, don't do Big Guy because Big Fella's down there, and I think they're too similar.
They're too close. Go back to hot shot.
Yeah.
Shot. All right.
Hot Shot. Yeah, Hot Shot.
All right. Sorry, listeners.
Thanks
Sorry.
for sticking with us.
A little look at how the sausage is made there for you, listeners.
It'd be hilarious in real life if they were like, "Oh, you're Colorado State? No, we meant to have Colorado here. No, you guys got to go home." Oh, my bad, dude.
You gave us a
I'm
9
so
seed
sorry.
for crying out loud. Right to be here.
This always happens.
All right, so now we have Hot Shot versus Chief.
This one's tough.
These are both so demeaning.
Hot shot is only insulting. Give me
is
a use
Chief,
case
really.
where hot
So is
shot is
Chief.
complimentary.
So is Chief.
I think Chief can be a little complimentary sometimes.
I mean, maybe you could use Hot Shot like with double irony. Maybe does that make sense?
Okay, can you hit me with an
Okay,
example?
Hot Shot.
Like you're
E.g.,
ironic, like
E.g.
you're ironically using Hot Shot ironically, but like you really would only do that with someone that you're close with. I think that you're comfortable with.
So like, you make a cool corner pocket shot in pool,
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, hot shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yep.
not so bad.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Or you're playing like Papa Shot, okay, Hot Shot. It's
What's Papa Shot?
there has to be some kind of Papa Shot. What's Papa
Shot?
Shot? The game at the arcade where you're just mini basketball.
That's just the best.
Shooting
basketball
nonstop.
Oh, you mean basketball?
That's the basketball game.
No,
Are
but
you
it's
are you
the
a
mini-
brand ambassador? Why are you calling it Papa Shot?
Do you have a sponsorship with Papa Shot?
I might be
on this show.
I might have. I had a Papa Shot in my apartment at Florida State University. For those that
That's a
don't
cool
know.
thing to have in college.
And for those listening, since you guys have such an active audience, we should put it in the Discord. Did you call it a Papa Shot? Yes or no?
Yeah, we'll ask.
Let us know.
Let us know, listeners. Let us know. Was it called Papa Shot, or did you, like everyone on this earth other than John, just call it the
Everyone
basketball
except
game?
for brand ambassador
I
John, just call it the
cannot
whole
wait.
basketball game.
I can't wait to get that guy who hacked Preston's Twitter to just create a bunch of fake Discords and join your channel and just upvote Papa
He's gonna
Shot.
hack into my Twitter and it's gonna be like 30% off the new Papa Shot here.
The Papa
Use
Shot
code
that
Jon
I-
Wolf.
Everybody. Use code Jon Wolf for 30% off Papa Shot.
Code Hot
the
Shot.
problem. The problem with Chief here, other than not being related to Papa Shot in any way, is it is also pretty much only used like with a negative irony. Like, all right, Chief. It's like pretty much always used antagonistically to someone that you're trying to piss off.
I don't think so.
Really?
I feel like at my work I've got this really lovely guy who lets me into my parking spot every day. He if he sees me trying to pull in, he comes out on the road and stops traffic, and he doesn't even make me get my badge out to like raise the gate. He just opens it for me, and he's like, "Have a good one." And I for the life of me, I can't remember this guy's name. I heard it once in January of 2023, and then I never heard it again.
You gotta ask someone
And
else.
I honestly, I do. I need to look it up. And I feel like at some point in the last year and a half, I've hit him with a thanks, Chief. I think I've done that. But it
Oh,
felt
you've said
very
it to him.
genuine. I think so.
That's
Has he
tough.
said Chief to
It
you?
felt genuine. No, he calls me muchacho. I'm just kidding. We're gonna get to that later. I don't think he's called me, and he's called me boss, which I think is also on this list.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that makes me feel good, because I have a baby face, and anytime anyone calls me boss, I'm like, hell yeah, I am the boss. Damn right.
Let's not jump the gun on boss here, all right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I like. I feel like I've used Chief in a genuine way before.
Huh.
Are you guys telling me he
I'm
hates
with-
me now?
I think he does.
Yeah, I think
doesn't like
so.
you anymore.
Yeah. He probably goes home to all of his guys at home, and he's just like, "Yo, this dude every day with this guy
I know.
calling me
For
Chief."
over a year, this guy's been like, this guy's all right. He clearly doesn't remember his name, but he's all right. And then you call him Chief that one day. He's like, nah, fuck this guy.
Absolutely not.
I was fine with him not knowing my name,
Yeah.
but Chief?
Chief is
No,
tough. Yeah.
Both of these are bad, but I do think Chief is better. I do think if you called, I think if someone called me Hotshot, even like sincerely, I would feel uncomfortable.
This
All right,
one's
what's-
tough,
okay.
but I think I agree, Chief. I think Chief, if we're going with what you would want to be called at a barbecue store, you got to go Chief, because Hot Shot, it just makes you feel like you made the wrong decision 100% of the
I agree.
time. If you go, I'll have the half rack with
If
macaroni and
someone calls
cheese
you
and
Hot Shot-
greens, and they go, okay, Hot Shot.
If someone calls it Hotshot, you're wearing the wrong sunglasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chief through the next
Your
round.
future is not so bright.
No, it's bad. And your present is also probably not great.
No, yeah.
All right, next matchup we've got Sport and Muchacho.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, Preston
It's an
gets
easy
called
one for me.
muchacho every day.
Well, here's the value of muchacho. The value of muchacho is if you get called muchacho during the day, it's the only thing you think about for the rest of the day.
That'll make your day. It'll be the highlight of your
I mean,
day.
it is the central point of that day now for you. Sport is incredibly demeaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any age a person can be where calling you sport isn't immediately offensive?
10?
Yeah,
That
I was
would
gonna
be
say,
so
like, 3
weird.
to
If a
10.
10-year-old called me sport, I'm like, this 10-year-old thinks
No,
he
no, no.
can
I'm
beat me
saying
up.
like being called a sport when
Yeah.
you are 10.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's totally
that makes a lot more
acceptable,
sense
yeah.
than what I went to. Yeah.
I feel like
What
10
10-year-olds
and
are
then
calling
like
you
the
sport,
other
Preston?
8.
They bully me. They're so
The
mean.
ones in the parking garage. The reason that the guy
the
opens the
10-year-olds.
gate is because Preston has to run to his car. Because there's a bunch of 10-year-olds in there calling him sport and
Everybody,
muchacho.
it's
He's got to
sport.
run.
Let's go get him. This guy thinks he
God
could
damn
just
it,
call
not
people
again.
chief.
This is so funny because I think Preston is the only person in my life that I could actually visualize being bullied by a group of 10-year-olds.
Sport.
And like, just he would have no idea what to do about it. He's just like, well, I guess it's just my life now. I guess I'm just bullied by this group of 10-year-olds now.
What am I gonna do? Bully him back? Your
gotta,
mom,
like,
Kevin.
take the-
Oh, fucking got him.
Oh,
Your mom calls me sport too, Kevin.
but that's not good for you either.
No, it's not.
That's bad news.
Your mom calls me sport when she gives me your juice boxes.
Well, yeah. Careful.
Hey. All right, sport is just bad, right? I mean, it's clearly muchacho here. Do we even need to
Yeah.
discuss it any further?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
What do you mean? You
What an
can't?
upset for
that's an
I
audio
mean, the
only
seating
people.
doesn't matter here.
Muchacho is a 12 seed there. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
they were
randomized.
criminally underseeded. You know, they were like when St. Mary's is the 12th seed. They were like, it's just disrespect for their conference. All right, next we have Bro and Slugger. Slugger makes me think every time of the Family Guy Star Wars specials. Have you guys seen those? Mm-hmm. They do
Yeah.
like really great parodies, but clearly like honorific parodies. Like they're very true to the
Respectful parodies.
yeah. And there's a whole bit in the Empire Strikes Back one where Peter's Han Solo clearly does not remember Quagmire C-3PO's name. And Quagmire calls him on it. He's like, "You don't remember my name, do you?" And Peter's like, "Of course I remember you, Slugger." And it's every time it makes me laugh so much. That's all I can think of with Slugger. But Slugger is very much like sport, in my opinion. Like you like if you're called it beyond 11, you feel bad about yourself. You know?
Yeah. I imagine
I
like
kind of like Slugger.
I think it's fun to say because it's ridiculous. But if on the receiving end, I think like from someone who doesn't actually know your name, it's bad.
I imagine myself going up to the McDonald's counter to pick up my vanilla soft serve cone and the lady calling me Slugger as a 30-year-old man. And it feels really bad.
Yeah, it feels like tyke, like little tyke.
Yeah.
Slugger.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I
guess-
I like Slugger because it kind of connotes like, hey, you got some juice on you. You hit that
What?
one out of the park. You're doing something, Slugger.
Yeah, but to me, in the
know,
context, like, is
it kinda-
specifically like a little league slugger,
But
yeah,
I
the
feel
way
like,
you submitted that Excel report, you really knocked that one out, Slugger.
and big time Slugger. It feels like in Spider-Man where Mary Jane looks at Peter and she says,
Which
"Go get him,
Spider-Man?
Tiger." I feel.
Oh yeah.
Are there? There's only one Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and
Daniel.
I feel like
Okay.
this was probably one of the outtakes that they took. Like this could have been it. She could have said,
It could have been, "Go get him,
him,
Slugger."
Slugger instead of tiger.
Yeah. So do you think if they called Spider-Man Slugger, this word changes forever in our lexicon? It becomes something that you want to be. You want to be Slugger.
I mean, did that happen
Also
with
reminds me
Tiger?
of Slimer.
Tiger's similarly pretty
Go get
bad,
him,
I think.
tiger. Go get him, slugger.
Really?
I think. No, I don't think slugger works as well as tiger does in that situation.
Okay.
I don't
All
think
right.
it does.
Well, bro gives me like, I don't know how to feel about bro.
Yeah, bro's hard. Bro feels very fratty, which is tough. But depending on the person it's coming from, it does feel like it could be completely not insulting, which I think that has an advantage over Slugger because Slugger has a lot. Regardless of how you feel about Slugger, John, you have to admit that there's a lot of like room for it to be insulting or
Sure.
demeaning.
Yes.
Whereas bro, I think, it certainly can be pejorative. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like that kind of, like, I feel like bro carries a lot of
Can't do that with Slugger.
You really can't get that
What
with
the
Slugger.
fuck, Slugger? It comes off so weird.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. But I feel like
I'm doing that.
What the fuck, Slugger?
That's my new thing. I'm just gonna start making some of these like really cute nicknames.
Oh god.
Are you kidding me, muchacho?
Do we think anyone has ever said slugger in the UK? That feels like an Americanism to me, right?
Slugger. Probably, yeah. They don't.
Nailed it. Here's the thing, Daniel. If you were like checking somebody out at the store and you gave them their bag, and you're like, have a good one, and they were like, thanks, bro. I don't think you would think about that any longer than that second. I think it's like it's very neutral, and it doesn't have a lot of pro, doesn't have a lot of con. So I think it's got to go through over something that could be like incredibly demeaning.
Yeah, John, are you casting your vote for Slugger here?
I mean, I'm gonna get outvoted, but I'm gonna die on this hill for Slugger.
Okay. Yeah, it is. You are outvoted, but it is a 2-1.
Slugger, I just met her. Am I right?
Oh my god.
All right. Next, we've got homie and boss.
Is that how you spell homie? He's got
I don't think so. I thought you misspelled honey.
How would you spell homie?
HOMIE.
IE.
Google it.
See?
Google it, my friend.
The IE always wins.
Doesn't really matter. It's not gonna get
English
through.
language learners Stack Exchange says HOMEY.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I am corrected. It doesn't really matter. Boss has the potential to go all the way here.
Wow,
I
really?
think
You think
so.
so?
I think boss. Yeah. Because homie, like my guy is similar. I feel like homie, I don't know if it's still as relevant as it once was. I feel at a younger age that we once were, gosh, many, many moons ago. Homie that was the word to say. But now,
It
I
feels
think
like
my
a
guy has taken
question.
over.
It feels like a question your dad would ask you. He'd be like, "Are you seeing any homies this weekend?" And you'd be like, "Ugh, Dad. Ugh, what was that,
You can't say that, Dad.
Dad? No, stop."
I think homie in the plural form is still perfectly okay. Like my homies.
Homies, me and my
I think
homies.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think calling someone homie is probably weird at this point.
Wild shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Boss like chief definitely can be used in a pejorative, antagonistic sort of way. But I agree that the vast majority of the time it is like pretty complimentary. I get boss a lot at work by the people who don't remember my name. Like, what's up, boss? Or, how's it going, boss? And I never feel bad.
But that's because you run the place. Yeah, you
exactly.
Run the place.
You're the boss.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I think that's an easy boss victory here.
A sweep on boss. It's so versatile. You can use it for anything.
Anything?
I agree.
Negative,
John,
positive.
Give us like 3
big,
specific
small.
examples of using boss.
Okay, I got him.
Yeah, go for it.
A guy, here's the slightly pejorative one. You're walking down the sidewalk. A guy steams by in his Mustang that's way too loud. And you go, okay, boss. There's your pejorative. You are at a Little League baseball game, and a 10-year-old just hits one,
Preston's bully.
deep left field.
It's
My
a
bully.
Boss.
And I got to give him his props. I'm like, okay, boss, nice hit. That's a good one,
He
too.
hit the pitch off Preston.
Yeah. Like, I got to get some heat on it, I guess.
Do you guys ever think about how much you would dominate Little League baseball at this point in your life? Do you guys ever think about that?
I don't think I would.
Well,
Really?
here's my...
You don't think you would dominate 11-year-olds playing baseball? You're a
I don't think so,
30-year-old
no.
man, Joe.
Thank you.
I haven't
I'm a
picked up a
boss.
baseball
You're a
bat
30-year-old
to
man,
swing
boss.
it. I haven't picked up a baseball bat in like 18 years. So I don't think I would have it. Here's the problem is I would get a couple hits and I'd be like, oh yeah, this is sick. And then they would throw me some sort of underhand nonsense and I would do a huge swing and just huge whiff. And that would be the most embarrassing moment of my life. And I'd lose it.
Yeah.
I would be like pointing to
100%.
left field, and he'd hit me with a pitch and just like steam one right past me.
Also, are we playing on a team? Am I playing by my? Well, careful. Am I on a team by myself? Because if I'm throwing, I only know how to throw absolute darts, and
Are
so
you
if I'm
asking,
throwing
like, if
to
you're
other
playing,
10-year-olds,
if you're asking like your
on my
Bugs
team,
Bunny
they're not gonna
styling it,
catch
you're playing
anything.
the whole field by yourself? Is that what you're asking?
yeah, because if I'm on a team with other 11-year-olds in this scenario, and I'm shortstop, I pick up a grounder and I beam it over to first base, I'm probably throwing through that kid's hand. You know what I mean? So I don't think I will dominate because it's a team sport.
Because you're going to kill the rest of your
I
team.
think you just pitch
Yes.
and they'll barely get a hit off you.
Yeah. I
mean,
am
like,
concerned.
think about how close the mound is for Little League. You're probably throwing 75 miles an hour at this stage in your life, right?
Really?
You think so?
I think so.
Damn.
That's fast.
That's not that fast.
That's pretty
That's
fast.
pretty fast.
I mean, as a kid, I was throwing like 60.
Do you think right now
Okay,
you can hit
boss.
75 miles an hour with?
I mean, I need to like loosen up. I also
This
have
is a Patreon special. In
There's-
the works. No,
yeah,
like, no
I was gonna
problem.
say, we need
some
to get
shoulder
out.
scar tissue, but
Oh, now you've got
need to
some,
get a
you've
speed
got
gun.
some
Oh,
achiness.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a speed gun off of Amazon delivered to your house. We will have Sue clock a pitch from you, and you can see if you can break 75 miles an hour.
I mean, even if I'm breaking 70, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, now he's moving the goalposts, people.
That's
Everybody,
true.
watch out.
I still think I'm dominating. I still think I'm just absolutely hitting a home run every time I go up.
I'm a little scared of the ball if it's being thrown by an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't
they're
know
not
what happens,
accurate.
huh?
They've just got
this is why
all
they bully you,
sugar,
Preston.
caffeine,
This is why
and
they
no
bully you.
accuracy. Yeah, it's because I'm scared of the ball.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on, boss here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
This is a
All
tough,
right, this is
one
a
right
tough
here.
matchup here. These are two good ones. We've got brother and buddy here.
When I hear brother, I think of Hulk Hogan, like brother.
Brother, yeah.
And that one's tough. Buddy, can I combine Bud and Buddy? I'm more of a Bud guy. than a
Bud is
Buddy.
also on the list, so no.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go with brother here.
Okay.
Buddy is too. It's like slugger to me.
Process
It's
there,
like
Gus?
slugger.
I call people brother non-ironically all the time. Like, they're my friends, but like, what's up, brother? How's it going, brother?
You're
Yeah.
my brother.
Buddy, I think is a little pejorative, potentially. Whoa, easy there, buddy. That kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Whoa. That scared me.
Although I guess you could say like, take
Yeah,
it easy,
me
brother.
too.
Hey, brother, take.
Thought someone was in the
calm
room
down,
with you.
calm down. I'm just.
I was frightened.
Calm down, brother. It's all right.
We
Buddy
gotta sign
also
you up
makes
for
me
acting
think of-
classes.
Bud, not Buddy, and Buddy the Elf. I don't know. I don't know what that contributes to this, thought process, but just sharing you where my.
What's your
brain is
favorite
at.
color? Yeah.
It's rhetorical.
That was an elf joke.
I think Buddy is only insulting. I can't imagine a time where
Yeah.
I'd get called Buddy where I would
Really?
actually appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Are we all in agreement on this? I don't think Buddy's as bad as you guys are making it out, but it sounds like we all are voting brother here.
Yeah,
like it.
pretty big disappointment since we all walked into this one saying it was a tough one, but
I know.
it seems pretty easy.
Yeah, maybe I oversold Buddy. Buddy had the good resume on paper, but then when push came to shove, they just really didn't show up. At the dance.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Buddy.
Yeah, I think that nowadays
Kentucky.
in the modern lexicon, Buddy is more of a slugger. A buddy over there wanted to, it's never, what I mean. You're at the bar and there's like a creepy guy and he's kind of doing something weird. Weirdest guy, John, is at the bar, right? And then
Yeah.
you're with your friends and some guy
Weird
walks.
boy.
Your buddy that went to the bathroom comes back and he goes,
Yeah.
"Buddy over at the bar."
You
was
just
throwing up
said
under the table,
you just said I don't know if you did this ironically or not, but you just said your buddy who came back from the bathroom
yeah.
in a positive sense.
Wait, it's a good point. I actually didn't catch that even at all. It was so natural. All right, it's still brother. We can't go back and rehash this.
Yeah, it's still brother. No, it's brother.
Okay, maybe the point here is that buddy works as a noun, but not as a name. Like you can talk about your buddy, but you don't call him buddy. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
we're learning. Are you okay, John?
Yeah, I think that's right.
What just happened?
It looked like your flat was being broken into.
No, that was me on my rolly chair. I noticed that the
I saw
lighting,
that, but like you were messing with the lighting halfway through the show. Was it super necessary?
Yeah, the lighting. Yeah, because the sun was going down, and I had the overhead lights were too high. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have a pretty big white forehead here. So the light is directly above me, was shining right off my forehead and out. So I didn't want people across the street to think there was some kind of lighthouse or something going on in here.
You don't want the ships to come into harbor.
Yeah, exactly. I am on an island, so yeah,
Good
I
looking
didn't
out
want
there,
to
Joe.
make that
Good
mistake.
looking out.
Yeah.
Aren't we all
Always looking out
technically
for
on
people.
islands, just some bigger than others?
No,
Wow, that was deep.
it wasn't. And also it was
Okay.
incorrect.
Pangea.
Yeah.
Pangea was also not an island.
What?
What?
All right.
Wait.
Listen, buddies. We're
Wait.
Wait.
All right.
trying to think
Penultimate
of how that would
matchup
be
of the first
possible.
round. Okay. We've got Big Fella and Bud. Not all at once.
Islands. Sorry.
This one's tough.
Big Fella
I like
has
Big Fella.
boss vibes to it.
Big Fella has boss vibes.
Okay.
I think Big Fella is pretty much only used as like a weird attempt to calm someone down.
Interesting.
Like, easy there, Big
I
Fella.
feel like I use Big Fella a lot for just my friends. Like,
Really?
what up, Big Fella? How you doing, man? I say it all the time. What's going on, Big Fella?
You've never
Like,
once
that's
called
just
me Big
that's
Fella.
my term. That's a lie. We all know that's a lie. Are you kidding me? Like the B in Jon B. Wolf stands for Big Fella, so
Jon
I
Big
think
Fella.
I'm gonna ride or die.
What does the
Yeah,
B stand for?
I'm gonna
John?
ride or
Well, I
die.
think I know your middle name.
Big Fella. I
What
literally
if?
just said it.
I'm thinking it's like
What if
Beatrice
my
or
parents were
something.
like, hell
Is it
yeah,
Beatrice?
Beatrice?
Yeah,
Wow.
John Beatrice?
What about Beelzebub?
That would be cool. I like that. It's actually Beetlejuice.
There's no way.
But Big Fella, I'm a big fan of. I love it.
More than but I don't think so. I think John, I think you're thinking too much about when people who you're close with call you this, or when you call people you're close with call you this. But remember, the context is someone whose name you don't remember, or someone who doesn't remember or know your name. And I just don't think that someone in that context calling you Big Fella is really ever a good thing. Whereas Bud, like, is pretty much it's a good go-to where it's like, I know this person, but I like see them at the gym every week. Can't for the life of me remember the name. What's up, Bud? How's it going, Bud? I saw you hit that new PR yesterday. Congratulations, Bud.
Wow, you're
Is that
paying
how
a lot
you
of
talk
attention
to people at
this
the
guy.
gym?
I don't know.
Preston.
But yeah,
Is that how you imagine people talk to each
yeah.
other at the gym?
Everyone at the gym is like a very fast-talking Canadian.
Hey, bud.
How are you,
I saw
bud?
that new PR last week there, Bud. Anyway, Bud. Really rooting for you there.
New
Bud.
underwear, huh? Saw you changing in the locker room there, bud.
Holy
Looking
cow,
good.
Bud.
Looking
You're really
svelte.
back in there, Bud.
Bud's got a big fella.
Yeah, get over here, big fella. Shower's big enough for two.
So yeah, my vote easily lands on the side of Bud here over Big Fella, and it's not really all that close. No matter how John wants to try
Really?
to warp Big Fella into this positive thing. Yeah, I think Big Fella is just not good. I don't want to be someone's
I can
big
imagine. I've been to restaurants before. I won't name them, and I've asked for food. Maybe it's because I'm a taller person or whatever, and they're making my delicious meal in front of me, and they say, "Anything else for you, big fella?" And you know what? I love that. I love that. It's like, you know what? I am a big guy, and I appreciate you noticing.
I'm a big
I
boy.
appreciate you. Yeah, I'm a big boy.
I'm
Yeah,
a
I don't want to
big
be
boy.
called small fella or
Small fry.
little guy. You know? Yeah, big fella. Yeah,
Little
I
guy
am.
would
I'm
be
large
real
and I'm
tough.
in charge. Little
Little guy
guy
would
is
be
not
tough.
good. Yeah, yeah.
So you're voting Big Fella here, John?
I mean, I would love to put both through if that's possible, but I know that's not
Can't do that.
that's not the time that we live in. So I'm gonna go big fella, but
Okay. So
I'll die
a
on this
rare situation here where we need a tie-breaking vote in the first round. Preston, share with us where your head's at.
Here's my issue with big fella. I love every situation I can imagine where I would be called big fella. But I don't think I'm brave enough to use it
Can we get a
towards
couple of those
somebody else.
situations?
Yeah, give us a few.
People at work have called me big fella before.
Really?
And I like it. Yes.
Really?
See,
It's
There it is.
usually when I can't figure something out. Like I can actually remember exactly what happened here.
You can do it there, big fella.
The door of my office.
the one
door
that
of
says chief on it.
No, yeah, it says chief. Just watch out, chief territory. The door of my boss's office has a little glass door that goes out to the balcony, and I tried to close it, and it kept opening because I couldn't get the lock to go. I kept trying to turn the lock, and I was like, man, I can't get this, and the wind kept coming and blowing the door open. So, and because I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate this throughout the days, I called like a maintenance guy in our building, and I was like, can you come get that? And he went up, and he just turned the lock just very hard because he's stronger than I am. And I gave him the old, oh, I loosened it for you. And he's like, oh, no problem, big fella. And then he walked out. And it was very.
And you like that.
I'm now thinking. I'm now reconsidering that interaction. Because now it makes me feel weak.
Yeah.
And like I can't take care of myself.
Yeah.
No, I think the opposite. I think he was appreciative that you warmed it up for him a little bit, lubed it a little, a little action going on, stretch it out for him. And thank you, big fella. I appreciate it.
Here's the thing.
Much love.
Only now am I reconsidering how I felt. In the moment, I felt great. So I'm going big fella.
Wow. Big fella over Bud is crazy. What an upset. All right, big fella advances.
That'll send shockwaves across the internet.
It really will. That's the biggest upset so far, by a lot, I think. I don't really know that we've had any upsets to that point, in my opinion. Next, we've got man, and we've got dude.
Man versus dude sounds like a canceled Spike TV show.
It really does. It really does. Does Spike TV still exist?
No,
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Thanks,
I mean,
John, for talking out
Yeah,
your
you're
ass
welcome.
there, Fred. Very helpful.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
I love conspiracy or people in general who are super confident, and you press them just half a cent,
Like,
and they're
Just a little.
look it up, dude.
An ounce
What?
of pussy
Look it up.
crack. Like, actually, I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm not taking a quiz. Look it up. Do your own
Well,
research.
You don't know, dude. You don't
When I
know, dude.
Google, okay, Spike
My uncle works there.
ceased to exist in 2018.
Wow. R.I.P. I feel
Where
like
am I going to
we
get on my
didn't
Bar
do
Rescue episodes?
Or MXC. You guys ever watch that show?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that show is so
Boy,
good.
that was a 12-year-old boy's favorite show.
This woke culture ruining Spike TV for us.
Ruin Spike TV.
They literally
other
were like,
great ones?
"We're the channel for men. Women,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to watch." This is on the Wikipedia page for the Paramount Network. Literally the second. Okay, in April 2003, it was announced that TNN would be relaunched as Spike TV on June 16th, promoted with the slogan "The First Network for Men." Viacom and
first?
Target Young. Yeah, like what? Like what?
What
Wait
were
till
all
the
the other
every other
ones?
network wasn't for men before. Jesus
No, I like
Christ.
that. It's that's the network for men behind closed doors. That's like the locker room network. I like that. Yeah, I'm in.
How did this happen? How did this last till 2018 is my question. How did it make it that far?
Could have gone further. If only we kept it a better secret.
This has to be one of Trump's biggest blights on his presidency.
On
He
his
let that one
watch,
go.
Spike
He
TV
couldn't
went
do
away.
Yeah, he let that
Spike TV
die.
alive.
It's because Spike
would
TV
think.
just merged with C-SPAN.
What if he was like, I'm only doing interviews on Spike TV? They get me.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
It's a network for men.
So what are we thinking here? Man versus dude. I think dude is dated. You know, I think.
So you
dude-
think like old boomers are saying dude?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, probably not boomers. What's the like Gen Xers maybe saying dude?
Okay. Yeah.
I man, full disclosure is the one I say by far the most often. I say man
Yeah.
all the time. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, man? Thanks, man. Have a good one, man. All the time.
Yeah.
Very casually, no harm, no foul. If people call me man, it's like I call people whose name I know man. I call people whose name I don't know man. It's perfect. It just when
It's a good camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now because you've said that what of these I use the most often. I think, weirdly, I use one that's not on here, which is just sir and ma'am. I think I call everybody sir and everybody ma'am. Like the McDonald's guy.
I do.
Thank you,
I do
sir.
say sir a fair bit. Like even to people who are
Yeah.
like, you know, I would say my peers. Like
Yeah.
sir.
Even the 10-year-olds
good
in the parking lot, you call sir and ma'am?
Well, I have to, or else they hurt me.
Yeah.
That was rule number one. I agree with Daniel here. Man is just such a nice, more flexible use case, and dude is very specific. And there's only a couple people in my life I feel like I could call dude, and they wouldn't think it was weird.
Just because I think it's just dated. I think it's like there's nothing really wrong with dude. It's just dated. It's just not really, you know. It's just
Yeah,
not of
surf
the time.
culture kind of died with
I use
Spike
it-
TV, you know.
Rest in peace.
I use it in a similar way that I use buddy, where I'm sort of describing people who aren't in the conversation. Or like, dude's got a crazy outfit on tonight.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
looking at
yeah.
Somebody,
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Or like buddy's going real hard over there.
Which
that
not really
kind of-
calling people dude to their face.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
So not
yeah.
enough use case.
So we're all in agreement on man here.
Yeah, you got a big man.
Yep. Man is the best. It's superior. Go ahead and put it through.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the first round of the bracket. We're going to take a quick commercial break and breather. Be right back for the rest of the bracket in just a minute. Guys, it's that time of year again. It's March Draftness. We've got brand new March Draftness merch in the shop, all inspired by your favorite college basketball teams. We hope you'll like it. If you do have a favorite team that's not represented yet, let us know. We'd be happy to make some for you. So yeah, check out the shop. Link in the show notes. Happy March Madness, happy March Draftness, and thanks so much for all your support with all of our merch. It means a lot. Okay, we are back for the second round of the best names to call or be called from or for someone whose name you don't remember.
Couldn't have said it better
Not really
myself.
how the hell is that? That was actually a title list.
Yeah, that was wild.
Anywho, we have our first matchup of round number 2. We've got my guy versus Chief.
My guy. 1,000%. It's not even close. I'm sticking by my guns from
Yeah.
the last round. If you're at the barbecue
Yeah,
place
I
or
think-
McDonald's,
I think
and
Chief-
you're just like, let me get all of it, and they're like, you got it, my guy. You got it.
What's up, my guy? How's it going, my guy? Yeah, Chief, I really is only through as a result of a very light matchup of round 1. I think we all kind of agreed that Chief is largely a pretty negative thing to both use and have used against you, whereas my guy is like pretty inoffensive. It also like passes, you know, like it's not super obvious you don't remember the person's name, or it's not super obvious they don't remember yours. It feels like intimate, but not in an uncomfortable way. So yeah, I think it has to be my guy here. Are we all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you
so.
use intimate in a not uncomfortable way. Daniel, let's say you're on a date with someone, and things are heating up a little bit, and the person you're on a date with says,
like on the date in public.
yeah, you know, let's say date's winding down, you take them back somewhere romantic, your car, and things are starting to heat up. It's getting foggy in the window.
Nowhere more romantic than
Yeah, that's what I'm
the passenger
thinking.
seat of my 2008 Toyota RAV4.
Yeah, oh, 4-wheel drive on that sucker, huh? You're
That's
up
not
on the
four-wheel
top.
drive. It is a V6 engine though.
Okay. V6.
Ooh.
Love that. I'm more of a V8 guy myself. The carrots, perfectly
I
meshed
can't handle
up,
all that
juiced,
power, my guy.
everything in there. Tomato V8 too.
This is a stupid joke, John.
Anyway.
John, no. That was a dumb joke. No, you don't get to just move on from the dumbest joke ever.
Honestly,
Absolutely not.
You're
I
at
didn't
the
even hear
top
the
of the
joke.
parking
I
garage.
tuned him out already.
You're at the top of the parking garage. Windows starting to fog. Breath's getting heavy. They look at you, dead in the eyes, Daniel, and they say, "My guy." Is that intimate enough, or like? I'm just like when you say intimate,
I think it's pretty good.
I like it, right?
It's better than Chief.
Yeah. They don't remember your
Chief
name.
makes it seem like you're not up to the challenge.
It is better
you know?
than Chief.
They don't remember your
both are bad
name.
in that context.
And they're like,
But
"My
guy's
guy, I
hell
had a
of lot
great
better than
night."
Chief. That'd
Thanks for bringing me to the top of this parking
That'd be a
garage.
heavy blow. That would be the equivalent of the if anyone remembers back to the first date draft that we did,
Oh.
ending the night with a firm handshake.
Oh.
Would be the equivalent of being my guide, I think.
Yeah. A night I'll never forget, my guy. A little dap. You know, one of these. One of these is just like
Oh man,
a little explode, then come back. Yeah, that'd be tough.
that would be tough. It would be tough. Still would be better than being called Chief, though, John. Still would be
Oh,
better.
1,000%.
I think so. I don't think we had considered what these names do in bed, though. So I'm
No,
glad you brought
I
that
don't
up.
think it really was meant to be a
consider it
factor,
going
but
forward.
John's taking
Yeah,
us
that'd be
there
a
now.
twist.
Okay, next we have Muchacho versus Bro.
There's a good one.
How did Muchacho make it? What was Muchacho's first round matchup? Sport
John was
against Sport.
John was using the "is it good in bed" rule before we even knew what it was with Muchacho.
Whoa, sweet move, muchacho. Yeah,
Hang on. How many times are you hearing the phrase "sweet move" in bed, regardless of what they're calling you after?
You're not.
You don't do stunts?
Never once heard "sweet
Kick
move."
flip.
Yeah, sweet.
Bro, that
My,
was sick. Sick move, bro.
My in bed kink is using tech decks, so I hear it all the time.
Oh my god, I'm not going to explore that. I'm not going to explore that.
Sweet move, Muchacho.
You've done it again, muchacho.
I wish we were recording this before Valentine's Day because it would have made excellent Valentine's Day merch of just like a white sweater with a heart that just said "Sweet move, Muchacho."
It's not too late.
Yeah, there's
Looking
always
for
next year.
Valentine's.
There's always-
Yeah, Valentine's gifts. Buy them now for next year. 30% off. Use
Let's see if we can get
code word
Tech
Jon
Deck to
Wolf.
sponsor.
Oh,
Do a
that'd be
collab.
Who would draft a tech deck special?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
All right, all right.
How many people could they even find that like tech decks as much as I just admitted to?
Probably
Oh,
none.
it's out there.
I don't know if that's good for the branding or not, but we could reach out. All right, let's discuss Muchacho versus Bro here. Do we have any actual feelings about this matchup? I think if someone called me Muchacho, unironically, it would be so shocking that I wouldn't be able to think about anything else for like a week. You know?
I mean, yeah, but hey, that's the spice of life, baby. They're doing you a favor. They're giving you a really weird thing to be able to tell everybody later.
Like Muchacho
people
feels
like
like one of the things that, in I Love You Man, when Paul Rudd is trying to come up with a nickname for Jason Segel because Jason Segel called him Pistol Pete. Like Muchacho feels like one of the things he would have tried.
Didn't he say brochacho? Yeah, brochacho.
Oh, I think that might have been at the end when they were just calling each other like bro everything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
That's
Broseph Goebbels and
Ooh,
Bro Montana and
Broseph Goebbels.
yeah.
Ugh.
They say it at the movie.
Bro is a lot less complicated here.
Yeah, I think
And if that's what you're going for, if you're trying to get in and out of a situation with, no scarred memories here, then it's got to be Bro.
I agree. Preston took
Yeah,
the very diplomatic route to that. but I
It's
agree.
a tricky one for me though, because like Machacho is just so out there. It's not even really on the scale. Whereas like Bro is mostly good, but can be bad as well. Like Bro definitely can be very like high energy antagonist, kind of like trying to escalate a situation. And Muchacho I don't think really has that. Like Muchacho feels safer in a way, even though it's so outlandish. But I think it has to be Bro just for not being an insane thing to call someone.
Yeah,
Yep.
agreed. Like imagine like a coworker you called Mucha. Like that could get you sent to HR.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could.
Really appreciate
you're
your
probably
time
fine.
today helping me out with the door, muchacho.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What did you call me? Yeah. All right. Bro advances. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is a good matchup. This is a fun one, I think. We've got Boss and we've got Brother. Both are like, I think pretty much, like both are very potentially very positive, very esteemed things to call someone. Like inherently, you're giving your approval of this person by calling them either of these things. At face value, obviously, either of them can be used ironically to as an insult. But at face value, these are two of the more like complementary things that are on our list. So it's an interesting matchup for me. I'm not really sure where I lean.
Like I said in round one, I think Boss might be my favorite of this. It feels great to be called Boss by anybody, including a stupid 10-year-old.
Well, hang on. Let's think this through, because last round your instinct was that you loved Big Fella, and then you gave one example of someone calling you that, and you immediately rethought it.
Yeah.
So
No, this is better.
okay.
This is better. This holds up with my barbecue formula.
Yeah.
Where like if I go in and I order a barbecue place, and it's like, all right, I got you, boss. That shit is so good. I'm like a local now. Like I've been here 100 times. Everybody knows me. This is great. That's how you feel welcome in a place. Mm-hmm. I want to give that feeling to people.
But you don't think Brother does that as well?
Brother's intense. The full word, brother, not bro. If I was at that place and they said like thank you brother or something like that, it's a little intense.
Really? See, I think Bro is way more intense than Brother. I think the staccato of the Bro makes a lot more sense. Brother makes me feel like I'm close with this person much more than Boss. I'm submitting my vote for Brother right now. I'm doing it right now.
And I'm submitting mine for Boss, so it's gonna come down to John.
John, you gotta split this break.
I'm going to go, I agree with Daniel. I like the familial element of Brother. There's something that like connects you. There's a common bond there with Brother. Boss, it denotes like a hierarchy thing. We're not seeing eye to eye. We're not level. Brother, hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks, man. Like we're in this together. We're in this together.
There's a lovingness to Brother, whereas Boss is like maybe acknowledging that like you're a cool dude or whatever, but it's very surface level, I think. Whereas Brother is like also connoting like I genuinely like you, even though I can't remember your name.
Exactly. We've been through some things together.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. How is Big Fella still around? We've got Big Fella and we've got Man.
I think you're about to be surprised.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
I mean, over Man, I find Big Fella much more endearing.
Yeah.
Like you're actually making a statement there. Man is like you're just so forgettable. And sometimes you got to live a little.
Yeah, especially if you're someone that uses...
Now, I still don't think I would be able to use it.
Man is just so universal, though. Anyone can call anyone Man, and be called Man. I even just say, like, sometimes I'll just say Man when I'm not even talking about anyone. Like, man. You know what I mean? It's such a like a easy filler word, and it's as far as the words on this list that go that like don't make it obvious you can't remember someone's name. This is the best one. There's none better than Man for that.
But that's the thing. It's a filler word. It's not. It's just you throw it out there. You don't even think about it. It's like when someone says or like or whatever. Man, you're not even thinking about it. Big Fella. You had to wrap your brain a little bit. You had to go back. You had to think, hey, what's something endearing that I could call this person? What's something that would stand out? I don't remember your name. I don't know who you are, but you're here, and I want to acknowledge that, Big Fella. Man, like you said, it's willy-nilly. William Nilliam,
big
you
fella,
just throw it in and out.
The thing that what I think when I think of big fella, I think of Kenny on TNT. What's the NBA show with Kenny and Chuck
Inside
and Shaq?
the NBA.
Inside the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, it's what Kenny would call Chuck and or Shaq after they just said something.
Yeah, it's great.
After they
Yeah.
said something stupid.
Because they're amazing.
Yeah, people love it.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
they're lovable
You got a
people.
problem?
Yeah.
I just to me big fella connotes like lovable maybe, but lovable and dumb. A la Preston not being able to open his door.
Okay, you know what? I feel like if you met, let's think about another use case here
Okay.
for some of these. If you met a celebrity, and they obviously don't know you, this is the first time you're meeting them, and you're like, hey, can I get a picture? Or like, hey, I just wanted to say hi. What of these names is the most like? Okay, if you met Joe Biden,
Joe Biden.
would you rather Uncle Joe Biden call you man or big fella? If I got called big fella by Uncle Joe Biden, I don't even care about all the other stuff Uncle Joe Biden's doing anymore. That was great. He made a genuine connection with me. I think that's what John's talking about. It's about genuinely connecting with me.
Yeah, and imagine.
I have a hard time seeing Joe Biden saying "man" in that context.
Well, he said it before,
He,
but
you know what Joe Biden will call you is slugger.
he will. Or sport.
Sport. He would definitely call me sport.
Yeah.
He would be like, I meet him. I'm like, yeah, 31 years old. I'm like on his staff for some
Yeah.
reason. He's like, hey, sport. And I'm like, no, I'm here to like drive you to the airport.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, whatever you say. Thanks, Chief.
Daniel, imagine
He can make Chief work.
you're back on your date, right? And you guys are really connecting, and something really sparks are flying, and they just say, "This is great, man," or they say, "Wow,"
I hated that delivery so much.
I do.
or they
wanna
say, "Wow,
John,
you got it going on, big fella." You know, there could be something there.
as John is bringing up this context, I do want to say, for me at least, the thought was very like specifically like male to male interaction here.
Sure. Okay. Sorry. But that
like
I didn't say
just
that
because-
wasn't male to male interaction. But go ahead.
Okay.
Your delivery was so ridiculous on the first.
Thank you.
This is great, man. Like, oh, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Like, I'm immediately like, okay, I should probably take you home.
Pound it.
Yeah. Oh, the top of this parking garage is great, man. Thanks for showing it to me.
Nothing weird about this, big fella.
We put so many things on the chopping block. I can't even remember if the first reference to the date is even being included in the show.
In the episode, I can't
what's being
remember either.
kept.
I had
It's
the
not.
same thought. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm voting for man. It sounds like you both are voting for big fella.
Yeah.
I am indeed.
Yeah. Wow. Preston,
think this
is
is
this
a
the
mistake.
first
I
one
think that's a
that's been
mistake.
2-1? Like, not Daniel. Oh.
Against Daniel?
Yeah. I feel like you,
I think so. I think I've been on the winning vote for the other split votes.
wow. It's impressive.
Okay, we are through to the semifinals. We've got my guy and bro.
I mean, it's my guy, right? It feels so much
It's
better.
not
Bro
bro.
has the cultural connotation now
Yeah.
that I don't love. Feels very fratty, as Daniel said, I think.
Yeah. Jersey Shore, it reminds me. Like when they're on the duck phone. Ryan, stop! Shut up, bro. You know? I'm going to go my guy.
Did you get the reference he just made?
No, but I'm now thinking about what our overlap audience is between
Jersey
our
Shore.
show and Jersey Shore.
Daniel, did you get it? You guys didn't watch Jersey Shore?
No.
Oh my
No.
god.
Daniel looks exhausted from this episode. Right? He looks absolutely
John
defeated.
is just from the second we started recording has just been.
Chaotic. Imagine
I just
if
look
you
at
had
it
to
in a
edit
boxing
this.
match and John's just like punching us in the ribs. And seeing and occasionally punching us below the belt to see if we allow it, the ref allows it or not.
It's like he's a group of 10-year-olds beating you up in the park.
It does feel like that. It does feel like that. So are we all voting my guy here?
Yeah, clean sweep.
My guy.
See?
Okay. So we have bro and brother in the semis. Next, the other semifinal matchup: brother versus big fella. You guys really like big fella a lot more than I do.
It's
I'll let you
yeah.
get the lead on this.
I
this
like
conversation.
brother here, though. I like brother here.
Really?
Yeah, I think brother outdoes the
Really?
big fella on this one.
Why did you say that so earnestly? Like this is a serious topic that we're trying to figure out an actual hardcore truth for.
I thought it was.
We are. Are you not taking this seriously?
This is a need
No, I
for
had to stop
society.
taking it seriously when you didn't vote man through. That was when this lost
Listen,
all.
if
of
you
its
can't
validity.
respectfully disagree,
3 minutes ago is when you decided.
Yeah. I was taking this very sincerely and seriously up until that point. Brother and big fella. I mean, you guys know where I fall. I've been voting against big fella for like 2 rounds, I think.
yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna get outvoted. But I don't love brother.
It's a tough loss for
I
the big
I
fella.
think it's weird because I feel like everything you've said against brother is actually like in favor of brother.
It makes me think of like fiction. Like it's like something like Kratos would say, or like Aragorn would say. Like the full word of brother doesn't feel like it is like real in our world.
My brother.
Really? I say
Yeah.
brother. I say brother pretty frequently.
Don't say it to me. I don't know what that says. but-
If you and I played video games together ever, I would call you brother probably.
I'm voting big fella with the classic meaningless pity vote here.
I don't
I just
know.
think big fella is like there just is kind of a. To me, there is a negative connotation to big fella.
Wait, John's wavering. Let me jump. I'm hitting. I smell blood in the water. Listen, it's about making a loving and genuine connection, and I think brother can sometimes come off a little bit weird. It's a little bit too much.
I
And I think big fella makes me feel like I'm a big kid.
Yeah.
Like I grew up, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big boy because the nice man called me big fella, and he gave me my change.
I think everything you're saying about big fella is true, but you're taking like this weird,
it
like
got kinda
you're turning
weird
into
there.
a positive somehow, which is so weird. Like like exactly. I don't even know how to explain what's happening right now. You're
The
saying
old
like
man
the
at the
negative thing about
grocery
big fella, and turning it into a positive, and I don't understand it. It's breaking my brain.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it makes you feel like a big boy. It makes you feel like a little kid. Someone calling you big fella is not like someone putting you on their level. It's like, hey, easy there, big fella. Don't hurt yourself by thinking too much about something there, big fella. That's what big fella means.
It makes me feel cared for. It makes me feel cared for.
Also,
I like
don't know,
that.
I don't know how Preston's brother would feel about Preston thinking brother is like.
I mean, that's different. I also don't go up to him and be like, "Hello, brother."
I call my brother-in-law brother all the time.
I'm going to go brother.
Okay.
Because Preston kind of freaked me out with that. And
Damn it. I had it. I lost it.
I thought you were going to be on a roll. I thought you were about to start cooking, and you did not.
yeah. No, not at all.
Wait, let him cook. Oh, God, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, make him stop.
You sounded like me there. It just got a little weird.
Yeah, we've spent too much time around John this episode, Preston. It started to rub off. We got to get through this episode before it sinks in permanently. Thankfully, we are at our final matchup here for the best thing to call people when you don't remember their name. We have my guy and brother.
It's tough.
I don't think so. I think it's been my guy since the start of this bracket. I think we all knew that was going to happen.
I mean, honestly, I would have easily voted for man all the way through this bracket. To the very
So if
end.
it was man versus my guy,
Live a little.
you would have gone
man
man.
for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good thing it's not. So glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go my guy.
I think yeah, it's very flexible. It's very
I mean,
flexible.
do we not need to talk? I think this is the final matchup, and we should discuss this. We should hash it out.
I mean, I didn't want this though.
Well,
So you guys do it.
okay. So if I use Preston's
I
example,
wanted my big fella.
if I use Preston's example, and I'm like at the store or whatever. I don't know what kind of talking to the ice cream guy. I don't know what Preston was going for there, and he's like, "Hey, you got it, brother," versus "You got it, my guy." I'm gonna go my guy every time.
Yeah, there is something endearing and like warm about my guy.
Agreed.
That brother doesn't necessarily contain.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of other contexts for these that we haven't thought of or discussed yet.
Let's consider the Uncle Joe Biden rule.
Yeah.
Which one's better coming from Uncle Joe Biden? I'm gonna say it's my guy.
I agree.
I think it is my guy from Joe Biden. I don't think we should fall into this trap of Joe Biden being the like the measuring.
I'm gonna name the episode "Best Nicknames to Hear from Joe Biden" to you.
Maybe not. But the good thing about my guy too is it can be also used like, man, I may not remember that guy's name, but the last time I saw him, I had such a fantastic time. We were probably out watching whatever it was that you did last night, Preston, then March Madness games, then an F1 race, and you were like the friend's friend, right? Football. You were the friend's friend there.
Yeah.
And I don't remember your name. You were just there by happenstance, but we really hit it off. And then the next time I see you, my guy. And then you just, a warm embrace, a little dap. You still don't know each other's names, but you have that bond that you'll never forget. And that's why I like my guy.
Yeah. Lauren does find it hilarious that I will come home like, yeah, I met this guy and he works for the federal government, so I feel like we got into a real thing and we were sort of talking back and forth. And then it's like, oh, he's just got the coolest car. He bought it back. It's like an early 90s thing, but he's souped up. I have all these details. She's like, oh, cool. What was his name? I'm like, fuck. I have no idea.
I'm trying to. This is where my brain's at.
I'm probably never going to see him again.
This is where my head is
Not
at.
his name.
My head is at. What I'm thinking about is how big my smile is when I'm calling someone my guy versus calling someone brother.
Huge.
And I have to admit the smile when I'm saying my guy is bigger.
I agree.
It's
And
bigger.
that's partially just because of the vowel, but yeah.
I'm happy to see my guy. Now I'm also, I think maybe don't ever do that again. That was a nice little treat for the video watchers there, but never do that again for your own good. Brother, I'm happy to see as well, but like it feels like more of an expected meeting with brother.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas like my guy, it's like I thought I might never see this guy again.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing him.
Oh, and I'm
that's
happy.
my fucking guy.
We made
right
it.
there.
We made it out the trenches.
That's where my head is at with my guy. So I think it's gonna get my vote.
Let me give you one more example,
Yeah,
Daniel.
same.
Please.
You're back on this date at the top of the parking garage.
Please
right?
leave the date behind. Jesus Christ.
And the last thing you hear is, "This has been great, brother." It's kind of. You'd rather hear.
You'd rather Star
hear,
Wars situation.
Yeah, you'd rather hear the my guy.
I don't know why we keep coming back to the date. I don't know why we do it.
Full circle.
We
Just
already
firmly
decided.
shake hands and move on.
We already decided. My guy was winning.
Firmly grasped.
John, you're never coming back on the show. I want you to know that.
You say that every time. You say that every time.
So there you have it. My guy is our winner in the bracket of things you would want to be called by someone who can't remember your name. What an adventure this has been. I don't know how much of it is going to make it into the final cut of the show. But hopefully it was entertaining. This is a wild one. I do want to be clear. Because I've said this a couple times, but I don't know if they have been included in the show or not at this point. The idea was just like guy to guy here. I think, three of us guys, we didn't want to try to speculate. We could have, thought about like, I've certainly been called like hun or baby or sugar by,
Grandma.
Grandma or I mean, grandma usually remembers my name, but no, in food service, by, female
Right. Yeah.
cashiers
Totally.
and such. And that is always nice. But I think we were just going, we were, for where we are, wanting to speak comfortably and hopefully not be too offensive, John.
You had your tapping shoes on that.
That was our frame of
You named him specifically.
You had your tapping shoes there.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. But yeah, so my guy takes it. What a wild time we just had. John, thank you so much for coming on and helping us fill out this bracket. Why don't you give the people a spiel for your own podcast? If for some reason they enjoy you being on our show, they can get more of your content.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think any of your listeners particularly enjoy me that much, but I love being on the show. I've said it since you guys started it. I think episode 1, I messaged Daniel and I said, this is such a good idea for a podcast. I think it's so smart. It's so funny, and I love that you guys are still doing it because I think it's unique and it's a great time to listen to. It's a great time to be on. That said, if you did enjoy me, and if you didn't, you should run on over to Everyone's a Real Critic, wherever you get your podcast. That's where myself and my co-host Jose break down movies on Rotten Tomatoes that have a 20% difference between the critic score and the audience score. We have a lot of fun. We have a few characters, a few bits that we have on there. Everything's a joke on there because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's a real critic. So we have a great
That's
time.
R-E-E-L. Critic.
That's right, R-E-E-L.
No,
Like the
movie.
movies, the pun. You're getting it. It's a funny thing. We like to have fun.
It's better when you explain
Yes,
it. Yeah.
like all jokes. Jump in our Discord. If you're a fan of the Drafted Pod Discord, you'll be a fan of ours because it's pretty much just me going ham on Discord. So love to engage with you. Love to hear your takes about movies.
Jose's in there
life.
sometimes.
Yeah, Jose's in there as well. We love to hear what you guys are watching, movies that you want to jump on, and we'd love to have you on the pod too. If you're a fan of Discord, we'll have you on. So, thanks.
Yeah, they John and Jose do a great job. It is a very fun show. I've listened to them recording live a couple times because I follow on Patreon and I get to pop in the Discord and that is always fun. They like talk with me while they're recording the show, which to me is insane, but makes it even more fun.
That's true.
And I've been on the show. Preston, have you been on the show yet?
Not yet.
I have not. I think I called dibs on maybe 1 or 2 different movies with John, but I don't think they've done them yet. So
Not yet. We're gonna probably.
There's no bad blood,
we might
but I
have
haven't
the both of you on one time. Have a 4-way. And in the meantime, if you have extra, if you have extra bandwidth in your day, extra bandwidth for podcasts, you should check out. We did a parody episode on the Oscars. That was at the beginning of this month, where we gave our
Did that
own.
come out?
It did, right around Oscar time, where we gave our own Real Critic Awards, because much like the nickname Brother, the Oscars are a bit incestuous in their praise, and we decided to give the people what they want, and that is real recognition for movies.
Spelled R-E-E-L again.
Yeah, thank you. For those in the back.
John, thanks for coming on, man. Do we have time to keep John around for? Can we do like a 20-minute?
yeah, we're gonna do a Patreon.
So
special.
yeah, so we'll have John for a Patreon special as well. So patrons, you guys get to hear a little bit more of John. Please do support us on Patreon. We have every other week we have totally unique episodes that are completely fresh content that you will not get on the normal episodes. Also, it's a final chance to get your March Draftness merch. They're all designed after college basketball players from current years or the past. And I took a lot of time to design them. I think they look really great. So please go check those out. But as always, thanks for listening, and we will talk to y'all in a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna finish editing that in like 18 days.